I was floating along that path, and I was perceiving someone next to me or something next to me, a being next to me. And this being next to me, I can only describe as a mentor, as somebody that was, well, somebody, a spiritual being that was incredibly wise and incredibly well meaning and loving. And was sort of assigned to me and was guiding me and was, walking me on that path, and I was being escorted to sort of the departure, right? It's kind of the feeling I had from it was, when you drive your loved ones to the airport or whatever, right? It was that kind of like, oh, bittersweet, we will say goodbye, but it's not goodbye forever kind of thing. And as I was floating there, multiple things were happening at the same time. I perceived sort of buildings to my left, that were uh, rather modern, I would say, and I perceived that they were kind of training buildings where other spiritual beings that were incarnating on this planet or other planets were still making their soul plan. I perceived that I had kind of come from that place, and that I was just ready. This was the next stage. I had made my plan for this lifetime. I knew my mission. I knew what I was supposed to do, and I was, being escorted down to doing that. And at the same time, I perceived sort of God, what I would say God or God energy, sort of above my head, sort of to the back of my head, and above me, sort of above me. So it was clear that I was in sort of a heavenly stage. So it was a very loving place. I want to make that clear because in previous interviews, people have kind of made their own version of it and said, "Oh, were we being forced or whatever?" No, none of this was being forced. It was incredibly, incredibly loving there. None of what I felt in that place was negative at all. I mean, it was like the highest, purest joy, love place I came from. I would say really, I mean, as I was thinking about it, it's a level of heaven. It was a consciousness of heaven. But I also was aware that I wasn't quite where I wanted to be, which was merged back with God. And that part of the reason, or why I wanted to incarnate again, was to be able to merge back with God and to go to a higher level of consciousness, or what people might call heaven, or the spiritual realms. And so that was going on, and God was kind of sort of like floating me with light and with love and letting me know that, that I was part and parcel of that, and that was the reason why I was going in to understand more of that, and that would make me available to sort of passing into that higher level of consciousness.